everybody, it's Michelle, and I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today. I know that I've been gone for a long time, and I thought I would just talk to you guys in this video and tell you a little bit about what's been going on with me. This is not necessarily a craft video that I'm doing. This is just what I was working on, and I thought I would just keep working on this to keep my hands busy while I'm talking to you guys today. So one of the things that's been going on since I've been gone is a craft room remodel. I've been working on my craft room, expanding and making it larger. And I got these at Ben Franklin to put Craftie on my wall. And when I got these, there was not a letter E in the size that I needed. So I actually got this that was a B. And it had this on the top as well. And I thought I could create an E by turning that around. I've already cut this off. I've got this end free, and I'm going to cut it loose there so that it's just going to be the curly E there, which I actually like better than the E that would have been the option. So I'm just going to keep working on this while I tell you guys a little bit about where I've been for over a year. So, first of all, I started out using this little craft saw. It's just the size of a craft knife, but it has little blades that are more like a saw. And I really liked the concept of that, but it turned out to be a little too light duty for what I wanted. I started out with the little curved blade. I thought that curve would work in my favor, but it didn't do very well. So then I tried the more substantial straight blade. That didn't do very well either. So then I thought I would use the thinner saw blade, and you guys can probably see that I bent that all up. So it's not heavy duty by any means. I would only recommend this for very light duty, but I will leave a link to that where I got that on Amazon if you guys are interested. I really love the concept of a craft knife sized saw for little projects, but I'm looking for something with a little heavier duty blade. So I ended up switching to this. It's a tool that I got at Lowe's not long ago, and it's just a little saw blade there that goes on this sort of gun-shaped handle. So that's what I'm going to be using to finish it off. And these are just going to adhere on my wall with command strips. Hopefully that'll stay. And I'm just going to saw this extra piece off right here so that can become an E. So like I said, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about where I've been. I know that it's been more than a year since I posted a video on my channel, and there's been a lot going on. My last video was posted for the Christmas season of 23. 2024 started off rough. In January, I found myself at the ER a couple of different times. On my final visit, I ended up staying in the hospital for 2 days. And the problem was my blood pressure. I had an extremely high blood pressure event. And they switched me around to a couple of different medications till they finally got my blood pressure medicine right, which was new entirely anyway. I had never been on blood pressure medication before. So that started a whole new aspect of my life. I had to switch to a low sodium diet, and I've been trying to navigate that and figure out how to change my eating habits accordingly. And that came off really easy. So we're ready to sand on that some. So at that time, I was not working outside of the home. YouTube was my only job. And I was just trying to focus on my health and figuring out the new dietary restrictions and how to manage that. And all of this was happening while my first grandchild was soon expected. He arrived in March, and there were some complications there. So we had some concerns over him and my daughter-in-law. So we got through that. Everybody was healthy. All's well that ends well. So we were overjoyed with our new grandson. And then in April, I got a call for a job interview, one that I had not recently applied for. They pulled an old application, but I thought possibly it could have been the health insurance that I needed, considering everything that had been going on. So I went to the job interview. I got the job, and I started in mid to late April, and it was a full-time job. I didn't really have a whole lot of time from then on out to do videos and things like that. So then around about July, my insurance through work kicked in. So I decided to pursue a rheumatologist to try to find out some of the autoimmune mysteries that had been going on with me in the past, things that I've dealt with for a lot of years. While at the same time, my cardiologist wanted to send me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist as well. And so through this process, in every spare moment, if I wasn't working, I was trying to clean and keep up around the house, spend time with my new grandson, and I had all these doctor's appointments with specialists. The rheumatologists still weren't able to tell me anything more than what we already knew. But the ear, nose, and throat specialist did diagnose me with sleep apnea, saying that that could lead to potentially a lot of the problems that I've been dealing with. Meanwhile, my fur baby, Fancy, who is a diabetic, has been declining. With her diabetes, she's getting vision problems, hearing problems. The diabetes was progressing, and she had to have her insulin dosage readjusted several times. And it just seemed like we were in a constant whirlwind of doctors and vets and appointments. I ultimately decided that the insurance really wasn't worth it. It was causing my YouTube channel to suffer. I was missing out on time at home. I was missing out on time with my grandson. And the insurance really wasn't all that great. It was pretty much a catastrophic coverage plan, which means that it didn't really pay anything. So I was still paying out of pocket for everything on top of premiums. So somewhere in January of 2025, I decided to let it go, to leave the job, come back home, have more time for my home life, my grandson, my husband, and focus on my YouTube channel. Because crafting is really where my passion is, and it's where I wanted to be. So here I am now, kind of feeling pretty much like a stranger behind the camera, and I'm really rusty. I haven't had much time for crafting in my personal life either, but I did manage to complete my first quilt, which was a baby quilt for my grandson by the time he was born. I was really proud of that. Finding out that we had a grandson on the way really inspired me to dive into quilting that I had been wanting to do for so many years. And I completed a woodland themed quilt with all these different animal blocks in it, and I fell in love with quilting. So that's one thing I would like to do if you guys are interested, maybe bring in some quilting elements into my crafty videos. But throughout the whole year of 2024, while all of that was going on, we were in the midst of a big craft room remodel, which still needs the finishing touches. It's not complete, but I'm in my craft room now, and I'm able to get in here and set up my camera and everything so that I can make some videos for you guys. And that project had begun actually before going to work. So that's what this is for. I actually bought these letters whenever we were first planning this craft room remodel, and I wanted these on my wall. And I think I'm just going to use these command hooks now and put them on my wall just as they are in this natural color. But eventually what I want to do is decorate each letter in a different crafting style, being all the different crafts that I personally like to do and are a part of my life and a part of my crafty journey. There are some crafts that I like to do that you guys maybe have never even seen from me. For example, I do like to crochet. I've crocheted since I was about 20 years old. I've been crocheting for about 30 years. And I always loved sewing, which has now led into quilting. So I would like to decorate each letter, maybe one decorated with glitter and hot glue and things attached, maybe one with florals, maybe one with some quilted or sewing aspects, one with some crochet elements, paper crafting, just all the different realms of what makes Craftie crafty. And I would like that to be a feature on the main wall that you see when you come into my new craft room. So I'm just going to get these hooks on here in the meantime and hang them on the wall as is. And as I get inspired, I may take those down and get them decorated up. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I just wanted to get you guys updated as to what's been going on with me, where I've been. I am back home now. I don't have any plans to go to work at this stage in my life. I really just want to be home. I want to focus on my YouTube channel. I want to focus on my home and my grandson and family things. My grandson actually has a birthday coming up very soon, so I'll be getting back into cake decorating that I used to do many years ago. I always did my kids' cakes for their parties, and I'll get an opportunity to maybe use some of my party decor ideas that you guys have seen in my videos. Also, YouTube has changed a lot while I've been gone, so there's some new things that I need to learn on there and what all is available to me at this point. I have a higher subscriber count, which has opened up some new opportunities for me, and we'll just see where all of that leads me. I really hope that you guys will still come along for the journey with me and be there to watch my videos. If you guys want to leave a comment and let me know what you would like to see more of. I know that when I was doing videos before, really the beading videos were more of what people wanted to see. They got the best ratings on views and things like that. But I'm excited to maybe show you guys some of the new things that I've been working on, like the quilting and things like that. And of course, I'm excited about party decor. So just leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, if there's any questions that you have for me. So my plan is to have new crafting videos ready to upload for you guys within the month of March. I hope that you guys will join me for some of those. So if you like this video and you're excited for some crafting coming up, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it on social media, give me a like over on my Facebook page. Be sure to join our Facebook group, Crafty Minds. Also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit the blog. I'll have all of those listed in the description below, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon with a new crafting video.